Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Steve coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. I just wanted to touch base with you about a story I've been hearing a lot about recently involving Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. Apparently, they were caught on hot mic and saying something that sounded very disparaging about the military. Well, I'm going to get into that a little bit in case you're wondering. Yes, I'm at the airport. I'm on my way back home from my trip to Boston. But I wanted to touch base with you really quickly involving what I understand Troy Aikman was talking about. I kind of get the feeling that he wasn't necessarily being, from what I heard, and I listened to the recording, when I heard it didn't sound like he was being necessarily anti-military. Because if you hear the recording, apparently the stadium's fairly empty. I forget what game it was, but he and Joe Buck were calling, and you hear the flyover before the game, like we usually do, especially when we had a lot more crowds. Which, by the way, NFL, you need to get back to having crowds at games. This is a bunch of BS, but I digress. Anyway, I guess on hot mic, you hear Joe Buck. Troy Aikman said it seems kind of weird to have that flyover with hardly anybody here, not realizing that as somebody who was formerly in the military, especially in the Air Force, a lot of times these are training exercises these pilots do. But aside from that, Troy Aikman says something about the flyover and being kind of weird. And Joe Buck goes, "Well, that's your tax dollars at work, America," which that did sound fairly negative. And Joe Buck, he may be a big stupid lib for all I know. I don't really care. I don't really care about Joe Buck. But I do have a lot of respect and like Troy Aikman. I've never been a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I've always liked certain members of the team. And I watched Troy Aikman in an interview he did when one of the NFL Network interviews when they were talking about Jimmy Johnson and what kind of coach he was and how much he respected him, as opposed to Barry Switzer. He didn't necessarily come out and say anything necessarily negative about Barry Switzer, but he didn't say anything positive either. He essentially likes Jimmy Johnson's coaching style much more, and figured Dallas had a lot more success with that coaching style. But anyway, so after Joe Buck says that's your tax dollars at work, apparently Troy Aikman says you definitely wouldn't see that under a Harris-Biden administration or a Harris-Biden ticket partner. Now I'll see if I can find the audio, and you can listen to it yourself. It seems like it's cut off at that point. But it sounds to me like maybe, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, he may have been negative, but I'm going to take a different tack than I've been seeing from other folks who have been posting about this. It sounds like maybe he was kind of clowning on Harris and Biden a little bit, to me personally. Now, if that's not the case, Troy, you need to come out and he apparently put out something on Twitter or something today saying that he's always been a patriot. He's always respected the flag. He's always respected our military. I think it was kind of his low-key way of throwing shade at Harris and Biden personally. But I mean, y'all could be wrong. You guys tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments. Let me know. If you think now Troy was being, what he said was wrong, he shouldn't have gone out like that, gone out to the military, or if you think, well, no, he just sounded to me like he was throwing some shade too. Either way, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Hope y'all having a great day. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share the video. The growth of the channel is slowed down. I'm not trusting YouTube on this deal, especially as we get closer to the election. Definitely not trusting them on this deal. So please do me a favor and give me a thumbs up, share the video, comment on the video. We'd love to hear that. And if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down, comment on that as well. Either way, it's all good. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I'll have another video out soon as well. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care.